Late on a winter night, security guards meticulously inspect cars entering the premises of a grand chateau, ensuring that all guests possess official invitations for the black tie event. Unseen beneath the icy waters of a canal, professional spy Harry Tasker, clad in scuba diving gear, skillfully cuts through a gate using a torch. Emerging on the other side after breaking through the ice, Harry sheds his diving equipment. Taking cover behind the boathouse, Harry retrieves a walkie-talkie from the bag and contacts his partners Albert Gibson, known as Gib, and Faisal, stationed in a surveillance van across the lake. Shedding his scuba gear to reveal a tuxedo underneath, Harry straps on his gun, dons a radio earpiece and coat, and discreetly places a radio-controlled explosive device on a barrel of benzene. Before proceeding, he spritzes cologne from a small bottle. Following Gibbs' instructions, Harry enters the mansion through a service door, passing through the bustling kitchen where he engages a cook in fluent French. With a glass of wine in hand, he confidently strides into the opulent ballroom, resonating with the strains of the Blue Danube. Harry exchanges pleasantries with a sheik in Arabic before his attention is drawn to Juno Skinner, engaged in conversation with a man named Khaled. As Harry checks out Juno, Gib inquires if he has spotted Jamel Khaled, to which Harry affirms. Then, Harry navigates through the main foyer to the second floor. In the library, he ascends to the second floor balcony before scaling the wall to the third floor. He infiltrates a room, connects a modem to a computer, and initiates the transmission of files to Gib and Faisal in the van, who begin decrypting the data. Emerging from the room, Harry approaches a security guard inquiring about the location of the bathroom, maintaining his cover. In the foyer, he feigns interest in sculptures, but his focus shifts as security guards ascend the stairs. Juno approaches him, initiating a conversation about a sculpture, and Harry adeptly showcases his knowledge, captivating Juno's interest. As security is alerted to the breach in the ice, Gib warns Harry, who swiftly leads Juno to the ballroom to dance the tango, diverting attention from the security breach. After the dance, Harry bids farewell to Juno, accepting her business card. Outside, he confronts a security guard, presenting a forged invitation before setting off an explosive diversion. Escaping capture, he flees across the yard as security personnel pursue him. Reuniting with Gib and Faisal in the van, they make their getaway, flying back to Washington, D.C. At home, Harry resumes his true identity, bidding farewell to Gib and receiving his wedding ring. Greeting his daughter Dana, he gifts her a souvenir snow globe before she heads to school. As Harry and his wife Helen discuss his supposed trip for a salesman convention, Gib discreetly sets up a hidden camera in the house. Handing Harry sunglasses equipped with a receiver, Gib reveals Dana taking money from Harry's jacket. Before Harry can address the situation, Dana rushes off to school with her boyfriend, leaving him to ponder the events of the night. On their commute to work, Gib and Harry engage in their usual banter, discussing Dana's recent behavior and speculating about her activities. Upon arriving at their agency, Omega Sector, they undergo thorough security checks before meeting with their superior, Spencer Trilby. Trilby scolds Harry for the failed mission in Switzerland, prompting Harry to offer his explanations, while Gib and Faisal provide additional insights. Faisal presents evidence of a suspicious $100 million transfer by an individual named Jamel Khaled, who has suspected ties to terrorism. Furthermore, Faisal reveals alarming information about 4 nuclear weapons smuggled out of Kazakhstan. Harry suggests that Khaled's group may have acquired the nuclear weapons and poses a threat of bringing them to the United States. However, Spencer remains skeptical, insisting on concrete proof before considering the possibility of a nuclear attack near the White House. The team decides to send Harry to Juno's local offices in Washington, D.C. At Juno's office, Harry adopts his new disguise, posing as a representative of a corporate art consulting company from San Francisco. Juno immediately recognizes him and expresses surprise at his swift return. Harry pretends to be interested in purchasing art for clients while casually engaging Juno in conversation. As they peruse a collection of newly arrived antiques from the Middle East, Harry subtly acknowledges Juno's expertise in reading ancient Sanskrit and hints at skepticism from other art dealers and archaeologists. Juno explains her methods of acquiring artifacts, leveraging diplomatic connections to obtain items from countries reluctant to sell. Meanwhile, Salim Abu Aziz, Juno's employer, observes Harry closely from across the room. Back at Harry's suite in the Marquise Hotel, Gib expresses concerns to Harry about Juno potentially being involved in moving money, guns, or other dangerous items. Harry instructs them to increase surveillance on Juno and add 2 more team members to the operation. Later, Aziz confronts Juno in her office, slapping her and using derogatory language in Arabic. Switching to English, he insults her further, calling her a stupid and undisciplined woman. Aziz warns her that they are under surveillance and their phones might be tapped. He criticizes her for being too flirtatious with Harry, slapping her again, and demands that she find out Harry's whereabouts. As Harry heads home with Gib, they notice they're being tailed. Harry gets out of the car and crosses the street, keeping an eye on the two men following him while Gib remains in the car behind. Gib calls Helen to inform her that Harry will be late because he forgot something at the office. Inside the mall, Harry heads straight to the men's room and sets up his hidden camera on the sink, pretending to use a urinal. When one of the henchmen enters and fixes his hair, chaos ensues. Harry dodges a shot from the silenced gun and disarms the thug, but another henchman arrives with a machine gun. A struggle ensues, causing chaos in the bathroom. Harry eventually knocks out the second thug with a handdryer and handcuffs him. Aziz bursts in with a submachine gun, shooting at Harry, who uses the unconscious henchman as a shield. Aziz searches for him, kicking open stall doors, but Harry surprises him, retrieves his gun, and chases Aziz out of the bathroom. Aziz shoots at Harry as they run through the mall. Outside, Aziz shoots at Gib but misses. Harry pursues Aziz on a stolen horse, while Gib and Faisal block Aziz's path. Aziz takes a woman hostage and rides into a hotel. Harry follows on another horse, and they end up on the top floor balcony. Aziz jumps into a swimming pool across the street, with Harry struggling to follow, losing his gun in the process. Back home, Helen is asleep, disappointed by Harry's absence. When he returns, she accepts his apology. Meanwhile, Harry investigates Aziz's background and forms a plan to apprehend him. He also gets concerned about Helen's interactions with a man named Simon. Harry eavesdrops on their conversation and discovers Simon's deceitful intentions. Confronting Simon, Harry learns about his exploitative behavior towards vulnerable women. In a tense encounter at Simon's car dealership, Harry refrains from violence but confronts him about his unethical conduct. Meanwhile, Gibb shows Harry the transcript of Helen's wiretap conversations, revealing Simon's manipulative tactics and leading to a confrontation at the Key Bridge. Racing to intercept Helen and Simon, Harry and Gibb arrive just in time to prevent any harm. Omega Sector agents raid the trailer park where Simon takes Helen, apprehending them both. In the interrogation room, Harry and Gibb question Helen about her involvement with Simon. Tearfully, Helen denies any ties to terrorism, asserting her innocence and explaining how she was unwittingly drawn into Simon's schemes. In the aftermath of the events, Harry offers Helen a deal to cooperate with Omega Sector and receive immunity, assigning her the codename Doris for her upcoming mission. Meanwhile, Harry and Gibb confront Simon at the top of a dam, accusing him of being the terrorist Carlos. Despite Simon's protests of innocence, Harry and Gibb leave him stranded, confused, and bewildered. The next day, Helen lies to Harry about her whereabouts, claiming she had a flat tire. Gibb contacts Helen, instructing her to pose as a prostitute named Michelle for an undercover mission. Helen follows Gibb's instructions, transforming her appearance and planting a bug in a hotel suite as directed. Inside the suite, Harry communicates with Helen through a tape recorder, instructing her to undress and dance provocatively. However, when Harry attempts to kiss her, Helen reacts defensively and flees after planting the bug. Suddenly, armed men burst in, and Harry tries to protect Helen by claiming she's just a woman he met at a bar. They're taken to a private jet where Juno greets them. Helen tries to convince Juno they're married with a daughter, but Harry sticks to his story. They both get tranquilized by the flight attendant. Before passing out, Juno realizes Helen didn't know about Harry's secret life. Later, they arrive at Aziz's terrorist camp by helicopter. Juno shows them ancient statues called the Four Horsemen in a warehouse. Aziz demands that Harry describe the weapons to the world, threatening to detonate the warheads unless his demands are met. Reluctantly, Harry complies, revealing his identity as a spy to Helen in the process. As Aziz takes an interest in Helen, Gibb and the Omega Sector mobilize to track down Harry and Helen, utilizing helicopters and locating Helen's purse, which contains a transmitter. In an interrogation room, Harry is injected with truth serum by Aziz's interrogator, confessing his life as a spy to Helen. As tensions rise, Aziz sees Helen's potential usefulness to his plans. As the situation escalates, Harry improvises, using every available resource to thwart the terrorists. He hands AMAC-10 to Helen and tells her to use it if she needs to. With the last warhead loaded onto a helicopter, Harry uses a fueling truck nozzle as a flamethrower, igniting the gasoline to create a diversion. Meanwhile, Aziz fires a rocket launcher at the truck, forcing Harry to dive into the water to escape. Then, Juno and Aziz take Helen hostage, and Harry resurfaces just in time to witness them driving away with her. On the other hand, Omega Sector agents arrive to pick up Harry, and they brief him on the situation while en route. Meanwhile, Juno holds Helen at gunpoint in the limousine while the Harrier jets arrive to neutralize the terrorists. The jets destroy the trucks and the bridge, causing the limousine to teeter on the edge before plummeting into the water. As the warhead detonates in the distance, Harry and Helen share a tender moment. However, Gibb informs Harry that Aziz is in Miami with Dana held hostage. Determined to rescue her, Harry commandeers a jet and flies off. Back at Aziz's location, Aziz arms the warhead and arranges for a video crew to document their actions. Faisal, the cameraman, captures Aziz's preparations, including arming the warhead and leaving the key in the arming box as he addresses his men. As Harry flies toward Miami in the jet, Faisal continues filming Aziz as he delivers a lecture to the United States. However, Aziz notices that the key to the warhead arming box is missing, and Dana, holding the key, flees to the roof pursued by Aziz and his men. Faisal surprises the other Crimson Jihad members by shooting them with a pistol hidden in the camera. Meanwhile, Harry reaches Miami and communicates with Faisal, who updates him on the situation. Harry shoots the faction members on the 20th floor and attempts to rescue Dana as Aziz follows her onto a crane. Aziz demands the key from Dana, but she threatens to drop it. As Aziz shoots at her, Harry intervenes with the Harrier jet. In a tense confrontation, Aziz and his men attempt to flee in a helicopter while Harry tries to rescue Dana. Aziz grabs Dana, causing her to slip, but Harry manages to save her. As Aziz threatens Dana with a knife, a struggle ensues on the jet, leading to a chaotic aerial battle. In a daring move, Harry maneuvers the jet to throw Aziz off, causing him to hang from a missile strapped to the jet. Despite Aziz's threats, Harry fires the missile, destroying the helicopter and killing the terrorists. With the crisis resolved, Harry lands the jet and reunites with Dana, escorted away by federal agents. 1 year later, Harry and his family enjoy a peaceful dinner, indicating their return to a normal life. However, they are soon called back into action for another mission. In a ballroom setting, Harry and Helen work undercover. As they dance and continue their mission, Gibb complains from the van about being left out of action once again, signaling their adventures in the world of espionage. And this is where the movie ends. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing recaps. And thanks for watching!